Hello everyone, my name is Allison Burton and I'm the programmer for the North Adams Library. Now, our theme for today is seasons. So, I'm going to start with a rhyme called winter, spring, summer, fall. Winter, spring, summer, fall. There are seasons, 4 in all. Weather changes, sun, rain, and snow. Leaves fall down and flowers grow. Winter, spring, summer, fall. There are seasons, 4 in all. Look outside and you will see just what season it will be. Now, our first book for today is Come Next Season, written by Kim Norman, illustrated by Daniel Myers, and published by Farrar Straus Giroux. Copyright 2019. Come summer, we'll visit the lake. When we spot a sparkle through the trees, we'll race to the rope, bellowing cannonball before splashing into the clouds below. Come summer, we'll eat blueberries right off the bushes. It will be our job to shuck the corn for supper. We'll eat outside, smacking mosquitoes between buttery bites. Come summer, we'll kick our sheets to the foot of our beds. A fan will thrum back and forth, cooling our cheeks like the chilly wind that will blow come fall. Come fall, we'll slam in and out of doors until Mom says, "Stay in or out." We'll choose out. After a twirl on the tire, we'll flop into fallen leaves, scolded by squirrels, until the trees stop twisting. Come fall, we'll roar like hungry bears and find pecans to fill our pockets. Holding out our sweaters like aprons, we'll fill them too, until our waists bulge, bumpy as bullfrogs. Come fall, when the colors have drained from the day, we'll waddle inside to show Mom our fat fall harvest. A tree will tap the window with branchy fingers that will turn bony and bare come winter. Come winter, when Mom calls, "Stay in or out," we'll choose in. Sorting puzzles on the carpet, we'll look up when a TV voice says, "Snow tomorrow." The next morning, we'll choose out for the whole day. Come winter, after dinner and baths, we'll scissor our legs to warm the bed sheets. We'll whisper memories of the day. Remember when the snowman's head fell off? Remember the dog on the sled? Come winter, as sleep closes in, we'll think of the green shoots we found poking through the snow. Shoots that will grow into tall daffodils. Come spring. Come spring, we'll visit Uncle Dean's farm. Holding our noses, we'll admire a proud pig family. Be gentle, Uncle Dean will say, as our fingers ruffle cheeping chicks. Come spring, Uncle Dean will scratch his head. I don't know what we're gonna do with all these pups. Come next season, they'll be mighty big. We'll look at Mom, full of hope. Come spring, on the ride home, a fuzzy friend will nap between us. We'll stroke her silky ears and say, "You're going to love when we visit the lake." Come summer. The end. Now, our second book for today is Little Tree, written and illustrated by Lauren Long and published by Philomel Books. Copyright 2015. Once there was a little tree filled with little leaves, who was surrounded by other little trees who had little leaves of their own. In the heat of long summer days, Little Tree's leaves kept him cool. The squirrels would climb up on his branches to play. The mourning dove landed in him and sang her fluty song. The little tree was sure to grow up big and strong. Autumn arrived, and cool winds filled the air. The wind tickled the little tree as it passed through his branches and ruffled his leaves. The air grew cold, and the leaves on all of the trees changed color, becoming yellow, red, and orange. Then, one by one, the trees began to drop their leaves. But not Little Tree. He just hugged his leaves tight. "Hello, Little Tree," said a squirrel. "You're supposed to drop your leaves now." But Little Tree was unsure. What would he do without his leaves? Winter came. "What are you doing with leaves still on you?" asked the doe. Little Tree just hugged his leaves tight. Springtime arrived, and the little forest burst into life again. The other trees grew bright new leaves. The squirrels played in their branches. Little Tree could hear the mourning dove singing her fluty song. The seasons continued to come and go. "Little Tree," quacked a duckling, "your leaves are brown. Are you feeling sick?" A fox said, "Little Tree, it's autumn. It's time for you to drop your leaves. You can do it. Ready? 1, 2. But Little Tree just hugged his leaves tight. All around, the forest grew and grew. One summer, Little Tree could no longer feel the sunlight. The squirrels played high above on the broad, tall trees, and the mourning dove sang so far away that he could hardly hear her fluty song. Autumn came again. Leaves began to blanket the ground. Little Tree looked up at the other trees, at their branches reaching high into the sky. He remembered when the trees had all been his size. And then he let go. As his last leaf floated to the ground, for the first time, Little Tree felt the harsh cold of winter. But in time, something happened. Once there was a little tree. The end. Now, a craft you can make to go along with these books is a season's Q-tip painting craft, like this. So the first thing you'll need to do is print off the season's tree template onto a piece of white cardstock. Next, you'll need to get some pink, green, yellow, orange, red, and blue paint and put it on a plate. Then you'll need to get some Q-tips, which you'll use as paintbrushes. Next, you'll dip one of the Q-tips into the pink paint and then dab it on the branches of the spring tree. If you want, you can also use some of the red paint. That way, it'll look like buds on a spring tree. Next, you'll dip another Q-tip into the green paint and dab it all over the summer tree's branches, so it looks like it's covered in green summer leaves. Next, you'll take some of the yellow paint and dab it on some of the fall tree's branches. Then you'll do the same with the orange and red paint, so it looks like the tree is covered in colorful fall leaves. Lastly, you'll take a Q-tip, dip it in the blue paint, and dab it on the winter tree's branches, so it looks like clumps of snow. Once the paint dries, you will have made your very own season's Q-tip painting craft. The instructions and template for this craft can be found in this video's description. Thank you all for watching. Have a great day and stay healthy.